I'm Robin, and this is Laura, and we're two friends from college who wanted to take a break from technology. So we drove into the mountains and cleared our calendars for 3 days to spend time phoneless, computerless, internetless, and deviceless. If you know me, you know. The only tech we'll be using are cameras, partially to share our experience here on YouTube, but also because we're both deeply passionate about photography. This is a little bit of a creative getaway as well. But of course, before we say goodbye to our phones, we have to send a few last text messages to our moms so they don't think we've been kidnapped. Get a last dopamine hit from Gmail, because we're gonna be going without. And also, very necessary, we have to write our cabin door code on our arm, just in case we forget, because there will be no phone to save us. So a little bit of background. I tried this 11 years ago. I did 7 days without technology, but I did it alone at home. To be honest, it was torturous and isolating, so this time around I wanted it to be a little more fun, adventurous, a little bit more social. So that's why we are making this a girl getaway in the mountains. It's a little bit more enjoyable than complete isolation at home, but it's also a healthier form of escapism than scrolling, and it's still giving our brains a little break from the screen. All right, day 0. Let's go, baby.
Wow, I love that photo. See, it's like Martian. Which one?
You never know. You never know. One is power off, one is
Holy
emergency.
shit, I don't know if I've like ever
turned on my phone. Put it in the pan! I'm also gonna put this Oura ring.
Cute.
Bye-bye, technology. Okay, let's put this on top of the TV. Out of sight, out of mind. It's like it never existed. It has been approximately 3 minutes and I already have a feeling that I'm missing something. This anxious undertone that there's emails waiting to be answered, which is so silly because it's been a few minutes, but just the knowledge that I'm not going to be on my phone for several days is making that feeling stronger.
We have nothing to do.
Okay. Oh my god, the first thing I just did was check for my phone. We're leaving, need to have my phone on me. It's an addiction. Day 1. Now it's getting real. Good morning. Last night we were walking around and I realized multiple times that I was grabbing for my phone to look something up. Yeah, I'm so reliant on my phone. I don't think I've gone a single day without my phone in over a decade. It's so pretty here. It smells amazing. It smells like wood fires and pine.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you feel waking up this morning?
I felt very good waking up this morning. I have no idea what time it was when I went to bed, but I feel like it was earlier than I normally would if I had my phone. But it's crazy to not know what time it is. I've realized I don't have an analog clock anywhere. We have clocks, but we don't know if they're right. There's multiple clocks with different times. I'm used to, at some point, signing off, checking a last email or sending last things, and it kind of gives the day closure, and I didn't do that, so I did feel a lack of closure, but it's good.
You just feel this compulsive need to take action on your phone all the time, and it doesn't even actually result in something you care about or fulfills you. While I should be enjoying a cabin that we paid for and drove all the way here to enjoy, and I'm with my friend to enjoy, right? Like, why would I spend my time looking up some random thing that has no time deadline? But it's hard to create the time without your phone.
I'm excited to have a day with Laura and just see what we feel like doing. Living by the sun and the moon. Every time we leave the house, I feel like I'm forgetting something because I am. My phone. We each have a camera.
Oh.
One thing I've noticed is that time seems to be passing a little more slowly. There's a lot of space in my head and I just feel truly at peace and really happy. Everything also feels so nostalgic. It's reminiscent of my childhood when cell phones were not a thing and Sunday afternoons just felt a little too long. We are having so much fun. Do you miss our phones?
No, not at all.
Not
we
at
have this tech.
Cameras don't count. Cameras don't count. When is the last time I swung on a swing? We're trying to catch the sun. I just laid in bed for I don't know how many hours, half sleeping, half meditating, and just existing. In addition to not having a phone, absolutely love not knowing what time it is. The sun is setting right now. What are we gonna do with our free evening?
Oh gosh. There's like a central village with all the trees are lit up with Christmas lights. I feel like there's like a few bar and restaurant options.
No, we were talking yesterday about how normally we would be looking up the best rated bar or the best rated eatery, but now we're just gonna walk and feel out the vibes in person. Even just getting to the lake, we didn't have GPS. Not that it was that hard, but you're just used to compulsively reaching for your phone.
Yeah.
In Cal Newport's book, Deep Work, he talks about how task switching, like checking our email during a period of work, can leave a lasting residue of distraction, which then compromises our ability to fully focus on the real work in front of us, even when we're no longer doing that other distracting activity.
This is an example of the kind of thing you will regret buying. Ooh, cute! It couldn't be deeper in flames, and yet it will not light. Look, it's already out. Like, how can this be?
It's not catching on fire?
No. Paper's on fire. Look at that.
Ooh, well done, Laura. You did not even need the internet.
I'm your desert island friend.
It's such a gift to have nowhere else to be and nowhere to escape to. It's just us, here and now. I hate to admit this, but I actually miss my phone most late at night. That's when I feel like I want to reach for mindless comfort. More than even during the day, so it's very interesting to observe. Time to go to bed. Day 2. Internet who? Good morning, Laura. This morning we're gonna go cold plunge in the lake. It's cold, but it's beautiful. Good morning.
Good morning.
How often do you cold plunge, Laura?
Well, I live in San Francisco, and I have been cold plunging probably a couple times a week. Maybe 4 or 5 times a week in the ocean. So the colder it is, the more excited I am. Are you going?
Yeah. I need to
You got it.
gather up the courage. Don't think, just do!
Don't think, just do, Robin.
Don't think, just do! Don't think, just do! Don't think, just do!
1, 2, 3. That was a cold one. Oh, you gotta stay there. That's so nice.
I can't stay there.
Oh my god.
How was it, Laura?
Very cold.
So cold!
Shockingly cold.
But in a sense, my core does feel warmer. My feet are freezing though. So
Cheers.
ridiculous. Matcha in front of the heater. So one thing that I've been noticing is that I keep wanting to reach for my phone anytime I experience a subtle micro moment of discomfort. Like right now, I'm really cold, so I just wanted to reach for my phone as a form of comfort. Or if Laura leaves the room and there's this subtle micro moment of loneliness, I want to reach for my phone for comfort. And so I never realized there was such a direct relationship with feeling uncomfortable and wanting to soothe that discomfort with my phone.
I always struggle with my journal. Do I write to make something I would want people to read, or do I write to get my feelings out?
The second. Do you miss your phone?
What phone?
Ooh, Wes Anderson. Cha-cha. Laura's badass.
So here's my pitch. We should do Town Trail now. And then if we want to later, this is closer to our house.
Yeah.
At like golden hour, we could do this.
Perfect.
I kind of think they're wrong. Oh, Maryland. So this is Maryland. They're not wrong.
Okay, they seem pretty confident.
Yeah.
Kick the pine cone!
Sorry. I had to.
You ready? Ready?
Good.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling like the day is just so much longer because, at least for me, you use your phone to make plans, and that feeling of knowing you have a place you have to be later is, for me personally, kind of like stressful in a hamster wheel. I don't have the accountability to make plans or follow through on any plans, and it just makes the day feel so much longer in a good way.
Okay, consume. Before coming on this trip, I found a cross-sectional study on 400 university students that showed a correlation between cell phone use and a number of other things like eye strain, neck pain, back pain, weight gain, depression, loneliness, and mood disorders. When I read this, the loneliness really stuck out. It's something I can typically relate to. And actually right now, I'm genuinely experiencing the opposite of loneliness. I feel so connected. Not even just to Laura, but to loved ones I'm not even with. Why is that? We're coming to the end of day 2. How are you feeling without a phone?
I don't even think about it.
But do you think it matters that we're spending this time together?
Okay, here's the big difference. The typical thing we would all do when we're alone for a second is open up our computer or our phone. But instead, it still feels relaxing to just talk. We've definitely talked more than I think we would have otherwise.
We talked so much more than we would have if we both had a phone.
Yeah, and it was easy conversation because there was no like timestamp to it. There's nothing like, you don't feel like the other person's distracted waiting to do something else.
And you don't feel obligated to let them be on their phone for a while.
That's what I'm trying to say. You don't feel like, oh, they should get their own space, use their phone. It's like, we're just sitting there and conversation will come up organically. It feels good.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I do think that's a really big difference.
I felt so at peace. I felt very like I truly have nothing to do, which I feel like this is the healthiest form of escapism because I do have things to do, but because I can't access my phone, it feels like I can't do them anyways, so I'm just fully present and really unplugged in a way that I haven't been for literally over a decade. It's pretty crazy. I'm loving it, and I don't want to go back. Day 3. It's back to reality. So we are here in the 61st hour of this trip. I have had one of the best weekends of my adult life. It's been such a beautiful experience. Every day has felt so expansive and long and full of possibility, and I think that's something I haven't truly felt in years and years, not even since my childhood. I think our phones give us the illusion that there's a lot of possibility and knowledge at our fingertips, but it does limit our creativity and attention span in a certain way that actually takes away some of that possibility. I've also felt so connected to Laura because I know that she didn't have her phone to turn to, I didn't have my phone to turn to, so we were both just very present with each other in the moment, and that is so special. I really haven't felt this connected to someone in a while, truly presently connected. I'm curious to see how it will be to get back on my phone and see a bunch of emails, if it will be overwhelming, if it will be hard to get back into the flow of work. I don't think it will, but that's kind of a lie I tell myself, to keep answering emails and working on my phone throughout the weekend and evenings. I'm definitely gonna make this a regular tradition, perhaps an annual tradition, doing a whole long weekend without any technology. It's just such a good feeling to know you'll be okay without your devices. Let's go see what's waiting for me on my phone. This is the view I'm looking at. I feel so peaceful, and I'm afraid that peace is gonna disappear. I don't want to open this pot. I really don't want to open this pot. What we gotta do. Here goes nothing. It's literally, the notifications are insane.
That's horrifying.
This is so overwhelming. Ah! I have 117 notifications. Is that a lot? Your turn.
What if I have no notifications?
Here we go, baby. Holy,
It's still going. This is why we hate the phone. Literally, I'm filled with a sense of stress, but like also like giddiness.
it's giddiness and stress combined, right?
Yeah.
One thing I'm gonna take away from this trip is that I don't immediately have to give in to the impulse to grab my phone. I can just let the compulsive feeling wash over me. I can sit with it, I can evaluate it, I can find the space between trigger and behavior. And if it does feel like a moment of phone use will serve me, then I can indulge the impulse. But otherwise, I can continue to sit with the feeling a little longer until it passes. It's just a few seconds of delay, but these few seconds make all the difference. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.